Hey guys, today on the podcast, I want to talk to you about self-awareness and how, as entrepreneurs and CEOs or C-level executives, you can really utilize self-awareness to be a superpower, something that can help you to really truly grow your business. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right. Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. Today, I want to talk with you about self-awareness, but if you have just joined us for the first time, make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any episodes. And just remind yourself that the reason we do the Daily Mastermind is to give you some inspiration, motivation, and education every day in order to keep your mindset disciplined and create your best life, create the results that you're trying to accomplish. So share the show, give us feedback, interact. You are going to be learning at the rate that you participate with this show. I want you to give me feedback. Let me know what I can do to help you. So today is a really important topic because I think the importance and impact of self-awareness for entrepreneurs, CEOs, business owners is critical, and we don't think about it, and therefore we don't have self-awareness. But as we get going into this episode today, I want to share with you first the Daily Mastermind quote of the day, and it's excellence means when a man or woman asks of himself more than others do. Excellence means when a man or woman asks of himself more than others do. And that's what we're talking about here with self-awareness. We're talking about doing things and recognizing things that will make a difference in your life. Self-awareness, if you really think about it, very few people are self-aware in life. Are you aware of why you do the things you do, the decisions you make, the emotions you have, the philosophy you have that you apply, the filter you apply to life? That's all about being self-aware. It's about finding ways to identify what you do, how you do it, why you do it, what drives you, what's your inner core values. Because that, quite honestly, is going to be the fuel that you use in business. It's going to dictate, maybe even subconsciously, what you're doing and the results that you're getting. Self-awareness as an entrepreneur is really, in my opinion, the compass that guides you. Imagine you're standing on like this spot in life or in business where you have to make a choice. You've got two paths to go, and one path leads towards total uncharted territory, stuff that you are unfamiliar with, and the other one is stuff that you're familiar with. See, without self-awareness, the choice may be just to flip a coin or to go the path of comfort. But when you're self-aware, you know what your strengths and weaknesses are, you know your values, you know what it is that your unique talents are, and you become more and more effective at dealing in the fringe, dealing with your uncomfortable areas. And so it's truly important for you to spend time becoming self-aware in order to be effective in business. So imagine when you do make your decisions, if you can come from a place of true understanding of who you are, what you want, where you're going, it's going to be a real superpower. I believe it's something that's going to help you to not just know yourself. We're not just talking about personal development here. It's about leveraging the knowledge that you have, the talents, the skills to create the life and business that really is the one that you want to create. And so this is why self-awareness, in my opinion, is so important and so critical. Now, there's a lot of benefits of being self-aware. You're going to get the most obvious one, which is you're going to improve your leadership skills. When you become self-aware of who you are and how you interact with people, you're going to be a much better leader, and that's going to grow your organization. It's also going to give you enhanced emotional intelligence. You've probably heard this term, emotional intelligence, but understanding how you deal with situations and how emotions affect you and how you logically can get into a place where you create more results is really key, and self-awareness is going to help you to do that. But also, so two of the things that I felt were really important to become self-aware of is, number one, you've got to learn to be more adaptable to change. And the only way you can be adaptable to change, because everything is changing so fast nowadays, is you have to understand who you are and how you deal with things. And the other thing is learning to increase your resilience in business. And you can't bounce back from situations in business or become more resilient if you don't foster that self-awareness in yourself. Stepping back and knowing what it is, how you react, what you do. And so when you become self-aware, I think one of the last and best benefits you get is you really get a clearer vision of where you're going. And if we're talking about your vision and clarity in your vision helping you to grow your business, you've got to be self-aware. So many times in life I've realized that I'd been chasing certain things that really weren't what I deeply wanted in life. This is why a lot of people feel like they go through life and they're not very fulfilled, because you're doing things and you're chasing things and you're trying to drive and hustle and grind, and it's not really what you want. And so it's important for you to become aware of what it is you want, and that's part of self-awareness. Now, I'm gonna take a little different direction here for a second. I believe that self-awareness can also help you to overcome some serious blind spots. And I wrote a few thoughts as I was journaling out over the last couple of days thinking about this topic. And I want to share some of these thoughts with you because in life and business, the lack of self-awareness is truly a blind spot. There's aspects of our personality, our habits that we will consistently miss that might really be apparent to other people. People might really see these things and we don't because we're not thinking or aware of it. And blind spots can really seem small, like a little crack in a windshield, but they definitely grow. And ultimately, they're going to block your view, affect your journey, and indicate and create different results in your life because you've got to be able to identify blind spots. And it takes courage. Look, it takes being authentic and vulnerable with yourself and with others because it's like turning a light on in a room and all of a sudden you can't hide anywhere, right? But our personal blind spots can really also hurt our environment. What I mean by that is it's not just about you. Your blind spots can really hurt your team's morale. It can hurt your decision making. It can hurt ultimately your business growth in general. So by really identifying your blind spots and the areas that you have weaknesses in, it's going to empower you to be more thoughtful. You're going to be able to handle decisions better. You're going to be able to navigate with confidence and clarity. So identifying those blind spots is a real important part of being self-aware. It's not just about personal growth. Does that make sense? Personal growth is something that you want to do, but sometimes self-awareness is understanding the things that you're not good at and the things that are slowing down your business growth that without awareness of them could really be serious risks to your business, maybe self-sabotage, maybe things that you're doing that you don't realize you're doing. So it's important to take time to become self-aware. And the other thing is, when you have blind spots in business or in life, you really become disconnected with your own core values. I believe this is what causes that lack of fulfillment or that emptiness a lot of people feel. When you're not aware of what you do, why you do it, what your weaknesses are, you're not aligned with your core values, and so you're not gonna create both the fulfillment in you or the culture in your business. And it's important for you to be able to do both. So let's talk for just a second before we go here about strategies for you to really create self-awareness. One of the most obvious ways to do that is daily meditation or even mindfulness. Mindfulness is just being aware of what you do and how you do it. And meditation is really slowing down your thoughts, in my opinion, and finding ways to just be still and analyze whatever it is you're thinking about. But there's also daily practices like self-reflection or journaling. Journaling is a great way for you to write down what you're feeling, how you're feeling it, why you're feeling it, and it helps you to work through that process, even when you're dealing with difficult times. Another thing you can do is you can get feedback from mentors or peers or people that you work with. Ask them what they think. Ask them how you interact. What could you do better? And then the obvious one is hire a mentor or coach. One of the reasons why I have a few real high-level CEOs that I mentor is because they don't really have someone at their level that they can communicate with. They don't really have someone that they can get vulnerable with because they're afraid that if they do that with their employees or they do that with the people around them, that they may seem weaker, or maybe they just other people don't have the perspective to associate with what they have. That's why a good coach or a mentor can help you really drastically increase your results. But I also think there's a lot of tools you can use. A good book that you could look into is Emotional Intelligence. That's a great book. It dives into understanding emotions and what really drives you. Another book we just covered the other day was 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. That's a classic because it's all about talking about self-reflection and being proactive and not reactive. Another couple of tools that I use is there's meditation apps like Calm or Headspace. Headspace is a great one to begin or end your day with. If you're trying to find some structure for mindfulness or meditation, get an app. It'll help you to have something to actually do so that you don't have to feel like you have to find time. And the last one I use the Day One Journal. It's an app on my phone. It allows me to capture thoughts, pictures, emotions. You can even separate the journals. So I have some for successes, journals for family, journals for meals and physical fitness. But find tools, leverage tools and resources to help you to become more self-aware, because when you do that, it's something that will give you some structure. And sometimes in these type of ambiguous topics, you need structure. So listen, bottom line is this: taking this whole priority of self-discovery or self-awareness, it's truly like unlocking strengths and superpowers for you in business. I promise you that if you get to know yourself better, your strengths, your weaknesses, your unique talents we talk about, it's something you'll be able to use in your business, and it'll become a real GPS, kind of North Star for you that helps you to navigate the really tough situations. So don't wait until you need help navigating problems and obstacles and things like this. Put the time and attention into self-improvement and self-awareness right now, and I promise you it's going to make a huge difference in your life. That's my message for today. Do me a favor, hit me up on the Daily Mastermind on Facebook, Instagram. The other thing is I would love for you to email me. I always throw that out, I guess, every once in a while. George at G3Worldwide, George at G3Worldwide.com. That's my personal email address. I'm the only one that goes through that. Send me something you're working on. Tell me what it is you're struggling with. Let's see what we can do to get you some content and inspiration and motivation in those areas. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you have an amazing week. I'll talk to you a little bit more tomorrow. Once again, my name is George Wright III, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have a great day.